Okay, so good evening. So for today, we will be discussing, or I will be discussing, uh, more examples for our topic on chapter 12, which is about temperature and heat. So last Monday, we have already discussed at least two examples, particularly on thermal expansion and one example for thermal expansion, and another example for the quantity of heat na concepts. So for this video discussion, I'll be continuing with more examples and then also provide a discussion on the mechanisms of heat transfer. So let's start with our first example on thermal expansion. So in the first problem that we have here, a steel tank is completely filled with 1.90 cubic meter of ethanol, and both the tank and the ethanol are at 32 degrees Celsius. So when the tank and its contents have cooled to 18 degrees Celsius, what additional volume of ethanol can be put into the tank? So if you do remember in our discussion last time, so I have already given you an insight what would happen if we have a liquid placed inside a container, and then we raise or we increase or we decrease the temperature of both the liquid and the solid nga container. So as na-mention na to before, the volume coefficient expansion of liquids are always greater than the volume expansion coefficient of solids. So that means to say, in terms of the changes in the volume nila duha, mas dako ang i-increase or i-decrease sa atuhang liquids compared sa atuhang solid, kay mas dako man ang lang value sa ilahang beta. So mo nang there is atong problem, as you notice ang question nato dani is what additional volume of ethanol can be put into the tank. With that idea, ang hitabo dani is that since parehas lang ang mag-shrink ang ilang volume, given nga mag-shrink ang ilang volume kay nag-lower man ang i-decrease man ang temperature, ang mahitabo dani is that mas dako ang gi-decrease sa imuhang ethanol compared to the steel tank, and that's why nanadantay murag vacant nga space nga pwede ta maka-add og additional nga volume sa ethanol nato kibali. So let's start to answer this one. So initially we're given with the situation nga parehas la og volume. So initial volume of the tank and the ethanol is 1.90 cubic meter, and this was taken when the temperature is 32 degree Celsius. And then as na-mention na nato, when the temperature decreases, the volume of the tank and the liquid will also decrease, both decrease. So let's try to see karon kung pila ang decrease nilang duha. So in the file that I have uploaded last time, at a list of constants di adto for the coefficient expansion nato for linear, for area, or I mean for linear and for volume. So for the steel, I think that is 3.6, and then for ethanol, I think that is 75 times 10 to the negative 5. So using the equation for the volume expansion, that is change in the volume is equal to beta times v sub 0, or initial volume, times delta t, or change in temperature. So we have here 3.6 times 10 to the negative 5 per Kelvin for the steel. That is, this is the value of the volume coefficient of the steel. And then you have V sub 0 nga 1.90. And then you have the change in temperature, which is final minus initial. So remember, katong ingon nga, kung ingon nga decrease, dian sa ato ang volume or sa atong dimension, ang atong delta of the quantity or ang change sa atong quantity must be negative. And that is a reason for that is that ang atong delta t mismo is that you have final minus initial diyan na. So we have 18 minus 32. So mas gamay yun ang 18 kaysa sa 32. So that's why we'll arrive at a negative nga answer. So from that one, our delta V for the steel tank would be negative 9.576 times 10 to the negative 4 cubic meter. On the other hand, for the ethanol, same equation. The only difference is the coefficient, volume coefficient of the ethanol, which is now, as I've mentioned, mas dako ang liquids. That is 75 times 10 to the negative 5 per Kelvin. So we'll have here an answer of negative 0.01995 cubic meter. So from the two values that we have here, makita nato nga mas dako jud ang gi-shrink sa ato ang ethanol ani compared to the gi-shrink sa ato ang steel tank. So that is almost pinabali ang difference nila. That is almost a 10 to the 100 times nga murag difference nila. Remember that the values that we have shown here is not our unknown rather. So dili ni mao nga tong unknown. Ang unknown na to diyan is pila man ang additional volume nga pwede na to mabutangan sa atong liquid karon since nag-shrink man ka sila. So since pareha sila nga nag-increase ang ilahang volume diyan ang katong gap karon nga na form as nag-shrink ang ilang volume, mao na to karon ang space nga pwede na or additional space nga na-create karon or extra volume nga na-create kung pag-shrink nila. So kato kibali kato nga volume or kato nga space kuha to nato by simply subtracting the final volume of the tank and the ethanol. So you have V final sa tank minus V final sa ethanol nato. So meaning to say we have to find first the value of the final volumes nila. But remember sad nga di ba nga tong equation kay the change kay final minus initial man jud na siya. So final volume minus initial volume is our delta V. And from this equation, we can then rewrite na ang atong final volume is simply the initial volume plus ang katong change niya, or in other words, since nag-decrease man, that would be initial volume nato minus kung pila ang dapat makuha sa iyaha sa katong nasolve ganina, katong gisolve nato ganina nga mga value. So we can use this equation now para ma-solve nato ang V final. Pwede po nato nga kaning equation ato ning i-substitute gani sa atong equation diri sa V final sa duha. So that being said, ang extra volume na din nga ma-form pero sa tank is with this one. So remember, for the tank or for each of the V final, pwede nato na ma-substitute ning kaning green kung gi-highlight ng equation kanang naka-green. So for the tank, we have here VO plus delta V sa tank nato. And for the ethanol, you have initial volume plus the delta VE sa ato ang ethanol. And remember that both have the same initial volume. So since may i-minus naman nato ng duha ka equation nato diyan that means to say kaning V sub 0 nato ma-cancel na ni. So ang mabilin lang is basically the quantities that we have already kanang solved ganina or calculated ganina. So delta V or ang additional volume aside sa it's being the change in the final volume nila, is also the change between the change of their volumes kibali as temperature changes. So delta V additional, ang additional volume is equal to delta V sa tank minus delta V sa atong ethanol. So with substitution, you have negative 9.576 times 10 to the negative 4 for the tank, and you have negative 0.01995 cubic meter for our ethanol. So with that, the additional volume that can be formed or that can be created as the temperature increases, this situation is 0.0190 cubic meter. This may seem too small for us since the value that we have here is 0.0, but remember that one cubic meter is equal to 1,000 liters. So that means to say, ang initial nga volume sa tank diyan is 1,900 liters. And being our additional volume nga 0.019 cubic meter, this implies nga as nag-decrease ang temperature nato, ni-shrink ang volume nilang duha, ang additional volume karon nga pwede nato dungagan ang imuhang tank with ethanol would be 19 liters. So 19 liters ang pwede nato ma-add in this case. This is our example, or our second example rather, now for the thermal expansion. So last time akong yatag is atomantong sa linear. So this is for the volume nga function. So let's now move to our example on quantity of heat. So most likely kay diri man jud mag-focus ang atong problem sa chapter 12 diri sa quantity of heat o sa phase change or sa calorimetry. So diri ta mag-dwell og more problems diri nga topic. So for our second problem, na aluminum tea kettle with mass of 1.10 kilograms and containing 1.80 kilograms of water is placed on a stove. If no heat is lost to the surroundings, how much heat must be raised? Uh, the temp how how much heat must be added to raise the temperature from 20 degrees Celsius to 85 degrees Celsius. So, uh, although ang kuan na ato na lang yan siran diyan is i-express lang natong atong answer in SI unit which is in joule. So sa calorie, you can do that. You can do it in your own since you already know the conversion from joule to calorie. Okay, so we have here the heat added from the stove only changes the temperature of the system. So ang hitabo dinhi is that katong gi-add na to nga heat from the stove is that gi-change lang niya ang imong temperature sa imong water o sa imong kettle. So that means to say walay phase change nga may tabudan he. So since wala may dili man involve ang phase change, ang atong equation gamiton diyan is katurang MC delta T, mass times specific heat times the change in the quantity. So kanina equation lang ang atong gamiton. And since we have two materials involved here nga natagaan og heat from the stove, ang kettle ug ang water, then individually natay equation for natay MC delta T for the kettle and then you have MC delta T for the water. Of course, we have to take note unsay type of material ang kettle. Ang kettle na to is that was aluminum, I think, and then ang atong water is water. So by substitution for the kettle, you have Q sa kettle is now masa kettle times specific heat sa aluminum, and you have delta T here. So that is 1.1 times 910 times 85 degrees minus 20 degrees, giving us the Q added on the kettle would be 65 joules. For water, same equation, difference is ang mass ug ang ilahang specific heat. We have 1.8 for the mass and you have 4,190 for the specific heat. And then we still have the same change in temperature from 85 minus 20. That gives us 490,230 joules. So that means to say the total, since I remember ang nga problem is ato lang ipunta na dani is ila man ang required na heat para i-increase lang ang temperature sa kettle o sa water. So that means to say nga ang total na tong answer dan he would then i-add lang na to ang duha ka values na to. And that is now 65,065 joules plus 490,230 joules, and that would give us 555,295 joules. So this is the amount of heat required to heat up the system, which is composed of kettle and water. And then another example, or or we can also express our answer in scientific notation, and this would be 5.55 times 10 to the 3 joules, or in other words, our answer is 5.55 kilojoules. So it's also another way of expressing our answer. So remember kaning problem, we're only dealing, di ba remember katong nag-discuss ko katong Zero's law of thermodynamics. Basically, ang Zero's law kay conservation of energy raman gyapon na siya here sa thermodynamics nga part. Ang diyan nila nga part kana sa tumakita nga example is that wala pa tagamay diyan ni kinsa nga object ang mag-loss of heat or kinsa ang mag-gain. Ang sa tuanan din yung so I mean wala na to gi-compare ang interaction pa lang nga naay object nga mag-loss of heat apoy or naay makuhaan og heat apoy objects nga madungagan og heat. So diri murag atong gi-consider is katulang sa ang object nga madungagan nato og heat bali. Sa katong gihatag po nako nga example last time katong sa ice, ah, kato remove man to, di ba, how much heat must be removed, so kato i-separate na to murag kato nga case nga nakatay ma-remove nga heat karon po is ang atong second example karon is that natay heat nga ma-add, so meaning to say if ma-mix na to ang duha muna din tong murag mo reach sila og thermal equilibrium in which they will reach a certain final temperature nga midway, or not necessarily midway but somewhere in between their initial nga temperature. So let's try to have that kind of example. So for number three, so for example, kanina problem. In number three, our third example for today, you have 750 grams of water at 10 degree Celsius in a large insulated beaker. So what amount of boiling water at 100 degrees Celsius must you add to this beaker so that the final temperature of the mixture will be 75 degree Celsius. So, notice, di ba, kung itong nag-mention kong thermal equilibrium, when thermal interaction occurs, one thing nga to manotice ana is that ang isa ka object is has higher temperature and the other one has lower temperature. Matong mo reach sila og thermal equilibrium. So karon makita na nato nga although it's the same murag gyapon nga water, parehas lang nga water, but ang atong water is murag nabahin nga natay water nga bugnaw which is at 10 degrees Celsius and the other water is at boiling temp which is at 100 degrees Celsius. The way boiling water ang gigamit ani dili steam. So that means say boiling water it's still in liquid form murag gihapon. So you have to take note of that. Na in this case karon water is still in liquid nga form. So walay phase change pa na hitabo diyan ha. So thermal equilibrium reach, as ma-reach ang thermal equilibrium, the net flow of heat between in the system is equal to zero. That means to say ang gain nga heat plus ang loss nga heat should be equal to zero. And that gives us the idea nga Q gain is equal to the negative of Q loss. So, kung i-identify, kinsa man nga object, obviously water naman itong duha. But basically, we have two there. Cold water, negative at 10 degrees Celsius, and we have the boiling water which is at 100 degrees Celsius. So, kinsa man sa duha ang mo-gain og heat, kinsa man ang sa duha ang makuhaan og heat or na-loss of heat nga mahitabo karon. So, obviously, ang mag-gain is ang cold water. And then, ang mag-loss of heat, ang atong hot water. So, again said that in the problem, the liquid or the water exists only in liquid form. So that means to say no phase change occur or no phase change na involvement dan and our equation would still be Q is equal to MC delta T. So kanira gyapon nga equation ang atong gamiton. So no phase change, only temperature change. So dianhi kay ang atong gipangita man is pila man ang mass sa boiling water karon. Pila man itong gi-add karon sa boiling ang mass sa boiling water para ang final temperature kay 75. So remember nga ang idea na to sa first law, a zero law, dapat balance man ang gain ug ang remove nga energy. So ang atong anong dito is ang mass sa hot water na to. So meaning to say solve na to kung pila ang ma-add nga heat karon sa ato ang cold water. So the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of the cold water would be given with this equation. You have MC delta T with the mass of the cold water, you have the C of the water, and the change of the temperature of the cold water from 10 degrees to 75 degrees. That's why you have here 0.750 for the mass times 4190 for the specific heat times 75 minus 10. So since gain man ang mahitabo, delta T nato is expected to be positive. Kaya mas dako man ang atong final temp kaysa sa atong initial nga temp. So the amount of heat required to raise the cold water to 75 degrees Celsius would now then be 204,262.5 joules. And kani siya nga amount, this amount of heat na atong need para i-raise ang temperature sa cold water would also be the amount of water na kinahanglan ma-remove or ma-remove or mawala sa atong boiling water as mag-cool down ang boiling water. So, since change naman gyapon og temperature ang ato ang boiling water, still water man siya in liquid form. So, ang atong equation karon would still be katong equation gyapon nga MC delta T gyapon. So, we can substitute that equation. In this case, instead of uh, M sa cold water, we'll be using some mass sa hot water, which is our unknown here. And then you have the change in the temperature for the hot water. That is from 100 degrees Celsius down to 75 degrees Celsius. So, rewriting this equation or deriving the equation for the mass, the amount of water we added in the beaker is then equal to negative of Q gain over specific heat of water times the change in temperature sa hot water. So we have negative of 204,262.5 joules divided by all over 4,190 minus 75 degrees Celsius minus 100 degrees Celsius. So, ang mass sa boiling water nag-i-add karon sa beaker dito sa beaker nga na ay 10 ay water nga 10 degrees Celsius ang temperature is na 1.95 kilogram pa na siya. So in this example sad notice nga wala pa tay gihatag nga example nga phase change. So more on kuan lang ato lang murag heat due to temperature difference lang ang atong gi-consider diyan. For our next example, we'll now consider in trying to find final temp. The previous kay murag mass sa man natong gisolve ato. Ma-solve na to ang mass if ma-solve na to ang energy or ang heat nga ma-add or ma-remove sa isa ka system. Karon na po ang ato na pong isolve karon diri ang final temperature sa duha ka objects nga nag-interact. So for problem number 4, a copper pot with a mass of 0.500 kilograms contains 0.170 kilogram of water and both are at 20 degrees Celsius. So parehas kung temperature ang or initially the copper and the water are already in thermal equilibrium. And then you have a 0.250 kilogram block of iron which is at 85 degrees Celsius is then dropped into the pot. So gi-drop siya to sa pot nga naay water. So ang pangutana nato karon diyan sa problem is what would be the final temperature of the system. The system consists now of the copper pot with the water and the block of iron inside it, assuming that no heat is lost to the surroundings. So again, the same ra gyapon nga process kay na naman tay involvement karon sa objects nga hotter or mas init ang temperature ug ang isa is ang object nga mas lower ang temperature. So same approach, we use the zero law gihapon nga net flow of heat is equal to zero, Q gain is equal to the negative of the Q loss. In this case, nalaison gyapon nato kinsa nga mga material or materials ang makagain o kinsa pod nga material ang mag-loss of heat energy. So, obviously ang lower og temperature sa atong problem ganina is ang pot ug ang water. So sila jud ang mag-gain og heat, whereas ang ato ang iron is initially at higher temp siya ang mag-loss of heat. And notice sad nga as na mention sa problem wala gi-mention nga mag-steam, mag-evaporate ang water. Makita man sad nato kay ang initial nga temperature man sa ato ang block of iron is 85 degrees Celsius. So that means say it would be impossible for water to evaporate. Hindi mo evaporate ang atong water diani kay remember ang final temperature sa isa ka system nga na thermal interaction be between lang sa atong initial hot temperature o initial nga cold temperature sa interacting objects. So since ang iron is 85, ang water kay 20, so in between lang ana. So dili ka-exceed sa 85, dili pud mo below sa 20. So walay phase change nga mahitabo diri sa atuang water. So since walay phase change, atong gamiton nga equation is katulad gyapon MC delta T ra gyapon. But again, as I mentioned na to, we have to identify which object or objects would gain heat and which object or objects would lose heat. Yan lower temp ang pot ang water, so sila ang mo gain. So that is now ang heat na ma-add sa pot o ang heat na ma-add sa water using the equation ng MC delta T. So you have MC delta T, ang pot is made of copper, and then ang atong water is the same lagi ang equation. So parehas na ang delta T nilang duha kay parehas na sila nga 20 degrees Celsius, and then parehas na moabot atong final temp sa system. So parehas dapat. But remember that wala kabalog pila ang final temp kay mo atong unknown. So what we can only do here is to set up the equation for the amount of heat na mag-gain nilang duha. So substitute lang nato ang expand lang nato ang delta T nga equation. So that would be T final minus T initial na diyan ha. Kung itong equation karon. On the other hand, the iron would now lose heat. Mag-loss of heat ang mga iron, and that would be MC delta T gihapon, and this is our equation. So again, expand na itong delta T na to for the block of iron, and this is now our equation. So ato lang buhaton ani na naman ta equation sa Q gain o Q loss na to, atong i-substitute balik ani nga equation danhi ani diri sa ibabaw. So you have Q gain is equal to negative Q loss. So with that equation, kanina din ang mahitabo sa atong equation. So Q gain is equal to negative Q loss. So we have already derived the equations for Q gain and Q loss. So notice nga atong gipangita is ang final temp, which are on both sides of the equation. So what we have to find to do here is that ato sa ning i-expound og mayo ang equation such that nga hungkag na to ang kaning nasa parenthesis nato. So if ato ni i-distribute ang kaning mga terms nga mass times specific heat, we now have this extended equation. So kani natay MCT final minus MCT initial, and then MCT final gyapon for water minus MCT initial sa water, and on the other side you have negative MCT final sa iron plus MCT initial sa iron. Notice lang nga diri sa right side ang atong final nga term kay ang final na nga temperature kay naka-negative ang form. So meaning to say, if ato ning i-transfer atong buhaton diri kay dapat i-combine man nato ang tanang like terms, which is our unknown diyan ang atong T final. So if we transfer this one here kaning nasa right side on the left side, so since negative man ni siya, ma-plus ni siya. So ma-add siya sa ubang terms nga na MC times T final. So diyan ha. Similarly, sa diri sa left side sa equation, ang mga terms na to nga naay initial temperature kay naka-negative tanan. So if we also transfer this one on the right side of the equation, this becomes positive sad. So mahitabo na din sa equation is maning-ani na dahil siya. So tanang T final makombine na to on the left side, ang tanang tumpong T initial makombine na to on the right side. Both plus tanan, plus sa tanan. And since on the left side ang common factor is ang T final, pwede na to ma-simplify ang left side into this one. So kaninga equation na dayon siya, with the right side just being the same ragyapon, and then divide the whole equation by this coefficient here, kaninga value, kaning nasa parenthesis. So our T final would then be given by this equation. So notice nga mabantay lang nato nga ang equation nato sa T final for the case na temperature change lang ang hinungdan or ang effect sa imong heat is simply i-add lang nimo ang tanang terms nga MCT initial, and then i-divide nimo siya sa tanang MC ibalik sa tanang objects na involved. So notice again, the numerator, this is simply the sum of all MCT initial, and ang denominator is ang sample sa tanang M times C. Yan ha. So if we substitute now our data sa problem, this is now you have mass of the pot which is 0.5 times the specific heat of copper which is 390. Then you have the initial temperature of copper and water nga 20 degrees. Similarly, you have the mass of the water nga 0.17 times its specific heat for 190. And again, its temperature is 20 degrees. Plus, lastly, for the block of iron, you have 0.25 na mass, and then you have 470 for the specific heat of iron, times the initial temperature of iron, which is at 85 degrees. And then, i-divide lang natin na siya the same ano yung sa numerator, except that wala ang mga temperature. Kaya wala may temperature sa denominator na ito nga term. So, kana siya, 0.5 times 390 plus 0.17 times 4, 190, and then plus 0.25 times 470. And remember, sa kito dapat ito ng expected na itong answer. The answer should be somewhere in between the initial temperature of the cold objects and the hot object. So which is between 20 and 85. And our final answer here is 27.45 degrees. So kani siya ang ato ang final temp na to sa problem. So be familiarized ani nga equation na kay kanira ba nga concept para ba po ninyo hang gigamit sa inyong experiment ninyo sa kuan. I think that was experiment number 10 or 11. So katong sa specific heat ninyo nga experiment. So kani nga process kibali.
Manage what you can't see. Monday.com shows you the full picture like that. Status.
Okay, let's continue with our problem here for number 5. So sa number 5, ano ni ang case nga mag-example ta nga naanay involve sa phase change. So nay occurrence sa phase change nato ang material. And to be simple lang, para di kahit na complicated, as na-mention ako kay you have to memorize man, di ba, the latent heat of fusion and latent heat of vaporization. So, in most of our problems involving phase change, water lang permit atong gamiton. Di ta magamit og mga problems nga lahi nga material ang kuan. Although, remember, I'm not saying dili gyapon na to i-interact ang water with other materials. My point is, ang ato lang i-consider nga mag-undergo og phase change sa isa ka thermal interaction is ang water lang. Although it's possible that there are other materials gyapon nga involved. For example, in this problem number 5, in a container of negligible mass, 0.200 kilogram of ice at an initial temperature of negative 40 degrees Celsius is mixed with a mass m of water that has an initial temperature of 80 degrees Celsius. So no heat is lost to the surroundings. So if the final temperature of the system is 28 degrees Celsius, what is the mass m of the water that was initially at 80 degrees Celsius? So duha ka buk ang ato ang pagganhi i-consider atong interacting objects, ang ice ug ang ato ang water, the hot water and the ice kibali. So obviously ang water na to water naman to daan, so wala na mahitabo ato nga pan. And since ang ito, final temperature is 28 degrees Celsius, and when water is at 28 degrees Celsius, it is in liquid form. So meaning to say, sa problem nga kaning mass of water at 80 degrees Celsius, so wala ay phase change na mahitabo at aning water initially. Ang na phase change na mahitabo is katong sa ato ang ice nato. So remember also that the ice is initially at negative 40 degrees Celsius. It does not start at 0 degrees Celsius. Although we know that the freezing point of water, when water starts to become ice rather, is at 0 degrees Celsius, but still ice can exist at a more negative temperature, greater negative na temperature. So in this case, for example, you have negative 40 degrees Celsius. So, same lang gyapon nga concept, thermal equilibrium gyapon. So that means say, ang ato ang heat flow should be equal to 0 and Q gain is still equal to negative Q loss. But in this problem, we have to identify gyapon we can already identify rather nga ang ice siya jud ang mo-gain og heat diani ug ang water, hot water na to siya ang mag-loss og heat. But remember ang atong ipangita di ba is pila ang mass na katong hot water nato. So that means to say ang atong ano na pod is naara gyapon similar ni sa atong problem ganina. Itong ikaduha na to nga problem gidiscuss ganina na ang mass gyapon natong ikuan pero in this case somehow medyo complicated na kay na naman tay phase change na na-include yan hikaron. So take note nga atong anon kay naagya po diri sa hot water sa Q loss nato. So we need to say we can get the value of the Q loss in the equation yan ha if we know the value of the Q gain. So isolve sa natdaan pila ang mag-gain nga energy sa ato ang ice. So for ice, the amount of heat that is required, remember, ang ice na to from negative 40 degrees Celsius and then tinitabo ang final ng situation kay naa sa 28 degrees Celsius. So since 28 degrees Celsius naman na siya, what this means to say is that all ice has melted. So nagmelt ang mong ice nato tanan dani kay remember ice would only exist until 0 degree. So since the final temperature is now already at 28 degrees Celsius, that means to say tanang ice is na convert na into water tanan. So ang nahitabo dani karon sa tong ice is initially first remember sa nga 0 degree atong melting or freezing ha. So sa equation nato sa MC delta T dili ta pwede mo break jud nato ng equation for the cases nga kung aha ang iyang melting or freezing point or even for the katong boiling or condensing niya nga temperature. So for this case kay nga one ato ang consideration dani kay melting man so dito pa sa 0 degrees Celsius so dili ta pwede nga murag ang delta T na to is direct to the point from negative 40 to 28 degrees Celsius. Ang ice exists only on the negative 0 to negative temperature. So ang ice na to is initially before siya na water, before siya na himong water, ni-increase ang iyang temperature, nag-warm ang ice. Kaya remember, ang ice is initially at negative 40. So nag-warm ang ice padulong sa 0. It's and 0 degrees mo na ang iyang last na temperature nga mag-exist siya as solid kibali. So for this case, we have MC delta T for this part. So we have MC delta T and it's the mass of the ice times the specific heat of the ice. Lahi ang specific heat sa ice ug lahi ang specific heat sa water. So you have change in temperature from negative 40 to 0. Substitute lang nato na, we have here the 0.2 times 2,100 for the specific heat and minus times 0 minus the negative 40. So basically ma-add ra gyapon na di ani nga part. Eh, di ba 0 minus negative 40 is still positive. So meaning to say mag-gain jud og heat. And then when ice reaches 0 degrees Celsius, that's the point then na mag-melt na siya. Before mo increase ang iyong temperature, mag-melt na din ang imuhang ice in which would now form or would be converted into water. So gradually mag-change na siya into water. So it's not necessarily na automatic na tanan kay mo water. So hinay-hinay ang pag-convert na niya until such point since ang na-mention man nato kay 28 degrees man jud atong final temp. So it implies nga all ice has melted ibali. So from this kina may melting nga process then ang atong equation should be MILF. So or MLF rather. So you have this form MILF so that is 0.2 times 3.34 times 10 to the 5 joule per kilogram. So mo ni ang atong corresponding pud nga energy due to melting of the ice. And lastly, as it already now exists in the liquid form at 0 degrees, start na din siya og raise sa iyang temperature. Sa kang iyang temperature, it would rise to 28 degrees Celsius na din. Mag-heat up imong water. And again, another MC delta T gyapon ang involved anha. So you have, but remember, notice diyan sa akong equation, this is MI, tanang mass imong water na convert naman into, sa imong ice, na convert naman into water. So same amount of ice ra gyapon ang gamiton. Same amount of water ra gyapon atong gamiton. Same mass of sa ice ra gyapon ang atong gigamit. So MC C sa water na dayon siya. So you have 0.2 times 4,190, and that is 28 minus 0. So all in all, the amount of heat gained or required to melt the ice and raise its temperature is 107,064 joules. So again, same sa itong ibot na to ganina sa problem number 2, this amount of heat would now be equal to the amount of heat that is lost by the hot water as ang hot water mag-cool down during sa interaction. So from that one, same lagi po ng equation. So the mass of the hot water then in the container would then be negative of the Q gain over specific heat of the water times the change in the temperature of the hot water. That is negative of 107,064 joules all over 4,190 joule per kilogram Kelvin times 28 minus 80 degrees Celsius. So the amount of or the initial mass of hot water in the container is now 0.491 kilograms, 0.491. So since more money ang initial mass sa water, then ang ice kay na melt naman sa tanan, that means to say sad nga ang total mass of water in the container would be 0.691 kilograms. Kaya diba remember 0.2 man to ganina ang sa ice. So 0.2 plus 491 grams. So that would be 0.691 kilogram. Muna siya ang atong answer for number 4 problem. Okay. Or yeah, 491 grams. Okay. Okay, so before tong proceed na, let's discuss the mechanisms of heat transfer. So I don't have a PPT here, so i-run through lang to na tong file nga gisend na ko sa inyo sa GC. So mechanisms of heat transfer. So di ba remember, by definition, heat is the transfer of energy due to temperature difference. Ibalik. Mama natong definition na. So there are various processes or mechanisms involved in which heat can flow from hotter region to hotter surface to a cooler surface. So ang pinaka-common na to din nga mga processes involved or mechanisms involved would be conduction, and then we have convection, and lastly we have radiation. So kana silang tulo, but before na to na i-continue or tagaan og kanang emphasis on saan ning tulo, let's first define what is a heat current. So heat current is the rate of heat flow or simply energy transfer. So since rate man, that means to say na the quantity after the word rate would be divided by time. So since natay heat flow or which is simply energy, meaning to say energy over time man ang atong equation ani. And remember in chapter 4, when we say energy over time, that is always equal to power. So ang heat current nato dani is similar to the power that we have discussed in chapter 4. So ang unit sa heat current nato dani would be in watts. But ang heat nga atong ipasabot dani or ang energy nga atong i-divide sa time dani is the amount of heat na ma-transfer due to the different mechanisms natin. So let's start with the first mechanism. So the conduction, I think common or obvious man kaya na siya. Last time said na-mention ako before na we have basically two thermal materials. It's either conductor or insulator. Conductors allows heat to flow, whereas insulators allow little to no heat na mag-flow within the material. So remember, conduction only occurs if there is a contact between two objects. So naay contact. So for example, in this case here, natay duha ka object nga of different temperature. One object is hotter and then the other nga object. So katong kung maka-remember sad mo, katong example na ko before nga katong thermometer nga atong i-attach sa ato ang armpit. So kato that is a form of a conduction nga process or conduction nga mechanism of heat transfer. So naay contact between the objects nato. So remember that heat travels from a warmer to a cooler region through the material. So common example gyapon is yung holding a spoon on one end while the other end is placed in a flame, or even kanang sa kanang magluto ta, di ba? Kung magluto ta, usually ang init is dito jud sa tumoy nga part, and then sa end sa katong handle sa imuhang ah, gigamit utensil nga pangluto, dili ka init dadto, pero ma-notice nimo nga gradually ga increase ang heat niya. So that's one example. So the equation here for the heat current or the power due to conduction is given by this equation. H is equal to, ang heat current nato is denoted by the symbol H. H is equal to K times A times the difference in temperature. So TH is the temperature at hotter region, and T sub C is the temperature at the cooler nga region. And then L here is the distance, or ang thickness, ang kalayon, not necessary ang length. It's the distance between the contrasting temperature sa imuhang system. So the hot temperature and the cold nga temperature nato. And K here is now what we call the thermal conductivity of the material. So as na-mention ako before, di ba? We have basically conductors and insulators. Conductors have or allow heat to flow. So we say conductors have very good thermal properties or thermal conductivities, or conductors have high thermal conductivities rather. So tagas ang thermal conductivity sa mga conductor. So wala siya. So these are some of the thermal conductivities of some materials. So you notice here, aluminum you have 205, so ang copper 385. So usually ang mga metals, as we already know, metals are good conductors. So that means to say they are also good thermal conductors. So we have aluminum, brass, copper, lead, we have mercury, silver, and you have steel. So panas lang ang common na to dana. On the other hand, convection, we have convection here, is the transfer of heat by mass motion of a fluid. So take note, na fluid nga involved kibali, and then na motion sa na kanang mass motion sa imong fluid from one region to another region. So that is a form of convection. So that is how that's one way of how heat is being transferred. So if you do remember last time, nakoy gi-discuss diba katong regarding sa how ice were formed in the lakes of Arctic ng mga countries. So that example, katong na ko nga on the surface nga level mo tang unahon niya og bugnaw, and when mubugnaw na ang imong water on top, ang hotter ni mga water below sa lake is mo rise to siya. So that is an example of convection. So kana siya na ay transfer of heat ana. That's an example. Another example po sa convection is also pinaka very good example is ang flow sa blood sa ato ang body. So that is also convection gyapon. And common sad, ang isa sa mga pinaka-common is of course how our weather systems interact. So say how do we achieve LPA and high pressure area ng mga systems bali. So convection gyapon na siya. But for convection, medyo complex man gud ang process convection. So there's walay single equation jud nga murag maka-define kung unsa jud ang mahitabo sa kanang energy transfer sa heat gani. Also, convection can be classified as either forced convection and free convection. So forced convection, examples of forced convection is ang blood flow sa atong body. So ang forced na i-pump bali, and ang nag-pump sa blood flow nato is ang atong heart. And then for free convection, so it's basically caused by the densities or difference in densities due to thermal expansion. So katong lingon ako ganina, katong sa water nato, katong how water circulation of water, and even sa katong circulation sa air nato, creating the high pressure system and the low pressure system in our atmosphere. So that's an example of a free convection cycle. Lastly, we have the radiation. So radiation is basically heat transfer by electromagnetic waves. So electromagnetic waves, so we have visible, infrared, and ultraviolet radiation. So I think familiar ang pinaka-common na to nga kanang kuan mismo UV, ang electromagnetic rebound is ang rays sa sunlight, and that is a form of a UV radiation. So meaning to say the heat that we receive from the sunlight is a form of a radiation. So radiation na siya. That's a very common form of radiation. Another one sad is kanang when we use electric stove, di ba? For example, kung magamit ang electric stove, katong naituyok-tuyok ng mga stove, katong coil niya nga magtuyok-tuyok. So even though di na to i-touch ang stove, na-notice na to nga init nga ma-emit or naatay yung init nga ma-feel. Kana siya, that is also again an example of kuan gyapon ng radiation. Even ang microwave oven, so how our foods are kanang cooked inside the oven. So it's a form of radiation gyapon na siya. So the word microwave is also an example of an electromagnetic wave sad. And interestingly sad, notice that na kana bitong, for example, di ba kasi gani karon aside sa na-mention ako, isa sa mga usually ginabuhat na to kung mag-measure tag temperature na to is kana amang mercury thermometer. Pero karon ang isa sa mga advanced nga mga material or devices nga ginagamit nato is thermal scanner na. Thermal scanner. So kanang magamit ang thermal scanner sa pag-read sa ato ang temperature, that's also a form of radiation. Anuman kay kita as humans, we also emit radiation. And the form of radiation that we emit is infrared. So, kanang infrared ni mo nga radiation, bitan ng IR blaster, di ba? Kano mo na katong thermal scanners are usually IR ang iyahang ma-detect na signal. So, that is because humans, the form of electromagnetic waves emitted by humans are kanang infrared wave kay bale. And I think ay familiar sad mo na, di ba, perminti when we know when someone is kanang or has fever, di ba, kung naay someone nga nakailan ni mga fever, even aside sa physical appearance, maklaro na to nga luya kay ang tawo, maskin pag kanang wala nimo gi-touch ang kanang isa ka kato nga tawo nga naay hilanat, ma-feel nimo nga murag medyo init ang iyang palibot. So, di ba? So kana, that is also an example gihapon of radiation gihapon. So, meaning to say emit man ang tawo og sana kanang infrared nga radiation. So, even though walay direct nga contact, ma-feel nimo ang init sa ma-emit niya nga radiation. And here, one important factor na atong i-remember sa radiation is that pag matter ang heat current nato dani sa kaning ginatawag nato nga emissivity sa isa ka material. So ang emissivity sa isa ka material is mao na siya ang kanang mo determine whether ang material kay good absorber ba or good reflector ba na siya o kanang heat. So ang value sa emissivity nato ranges from 0 to 1. 0 being kanang di material nga good reflector na siya. So meaning to say ineffective siya nga mo absorb or mo radiate og heat. And then ang 1 pod nga emissivity is mo na ang mga material nga grabe kay mo absorb og heat, and at the same time grabe pod kay mo radiate og heat. So mo bitaw kung ma-notice sad nato, usually kung mag-wear ta og black na mga or dark na mga colors, dali atong init atong ma-feel. And that is because usually ang mga dark colors have higher emissivity. Dagko ang emissivity sa mga dark colors. So, almost 1. So, ang kanang nga case nga gina-consider na to nga perfect na absorber or perfect nga radiator mo nang ginatawag na to nga black body radiation na sila. We need to say ang ilang emissivity ana nila is 1 gibali. It's both an ideal nga radiator, we need to say radiates like energy, and at the same time absorbers sad sila og heat gibali. So mo nay kwan sa mga black body nga mga objects. So dagko ang ilang emissivity, so we need to say maka-absorb sila og heat, and at the same time ideally maka-radiate pud sila og heat. So ang mga materials nga dili kaayo dark, mao pud ang mga materials nga lesser ang ilang emissivity, lesser pud sila maka-radiate or maka-absorb og heat. Mo bitaw nang notice, usually as sa inyong generation mahilig naman jud kaayo mo karon og kanang mga water bottles or tumbler, di ba? Inside the tumbler, say usually color nga makita nato sa tumbler, di ba? That is normally silver or white. The reason for that is that, I remember, ang reason nga ng silver or white na ang nasa coating sa sulod sa imuhang tumbler, yan na karon is para ma-minimize ang loss sa heat sa imuhang liquid nga nasulod due to radiation. Kung lesser ang surrounding niya og emissivity, we need to say dili kaayo mo absorb ang surrounding. So ang kainit sa imuhang liquid is ma-contain dito ra sa liquid. Kaya ang surrounding niya iyahang po ang ang vessel na nag-surround sa imuhang kwan kay silver man ang iyahang coating, so di kayo niya ma-receive or di kanya i-absorb yung heat na natulog liquid. Mo nang ang imuhang liquid or ang temperature nga nasa imong liquid, ang temperature sa imong liquid nga nasulod sa imong bottle or kanang mga thermos or bottle nato diyan ha, dugay mo bugnaw or dugay mo init, or for hotter objects dugay mo bugnaw kay again ang reason is tungod hinay ang na minimize ang radiation tungod sa coating sa imuhang sa inners sa imuhang sa imong tumbler gibali. That's the idea of the radiation. Okay. And then ang equation for radiation is given by this equation. So you have H is equal to area times then the emissivity. Then you have the sigma here, which is what we call the Stefan-Boltzmann constant. And then you have E here, the 4. So if you do remember in our discussion, at the start of our discussion last time, ingon ko nga equal ang change sa temperature sa Kelvin o sa Celsius, ang change lang. So kung ang equation ganit nato nag-involve og change, dili ta kinahanglan mag-convert sa kanang degree Celsius to Kelvin. But if ang atong temperature kay dili change or dili change sa temperature, then ang atong buhaton is dapat naka-Kelvin na siya. And that is, for example, ani nga case, kani T to the 4 naman na siya. So T to the 4, and para ma-SI unit nato ni tanan dianhi, dapat ang atong temperature should be in Kelvin. Similarly sa kanina equation, the same ra na sila. Kani, although this would look like a change na siya, but remember this T to the 4 minus T to the 4 yapon. So difference or change siya sa raised to the 4 sa imong temperature. But katong gingon ako ganina nga equal ang Kelvin o Celsius is only katong exponent of 1 lang sa imong temperature. So T final minus T initial, dili pwede ang T squared minus T initial squared. So this same case sad yani T to the 4 minus T to the 4 S, then kuan na siya, dili applicable tong katong Kelvin is equal to Celsius. So what's the difference between these two equation is that kaning sa second equation nato, ang pasabot ani is that while ang isa ka object kay radiate o kanang heat, ang surrounding man niya is also radiate sa og heat. While ga-release ka, napod kay ma-receive. For example, let's say ita ang ga-release og kanang heat. While ga-release og heat, since ang atong palibot kay naa mo po temperature ang atong palibot, ang palibot sad napod tay ma-receive nga heat dun sa palibot. And that's why you have the negative na sign here kay gi-release but napod kay na-receive nga heat from the surroundings nato. So kaning E sub S dali, this is the ambient na temperature sa imong vicinity or sa surroundings sa katong object nga naay nga ga-retrieve o pagamin ga heat transfer through radiation. Okay. So let's try to do example for this part here sa mechanism of heat transfer. Let's go back here. Number 6. Okay, number 6 is styrofoam box has a surface area of 0.800 meter squared and a wall thickness of 2 centimeter. Remember ha, ang atong T sub atong L sa atong equation, that is ang difference or ang distance between the two regions na lahi-lahi ang temperature. So for this scenario, the thickness of the wall of the styrofoam box is considered as the length L nato. Imo man ni ang distansya between outer sa imong styrofoam box ug inner sa imong styrofoam box na lahi-lahi og temperature. The temperature of the inner surface is 5 degrees Celsius and the temperature outside is 25 degrees Celsius. So the situation here is that if it would take it would takes 8 hours for 5 kilogram of ice to melt in the container, determine the thermal conductivity of the styrofoam. So we are to determine kung pila ang thermal conductivity sa styrofoam. So for this problem, our heat current is given again by the equation na kuan kaning nga equation heat current man. So pasabot katong kuan dili pa nato to, pero remember atong ipangita kay ang thermal conductivity man. So meaning to say we have to use that equation para ma-solve na to ang K. So para ma-solve na to ang K, we need to have to find the value of the heat current. So, since na-mention ako ganina nga ang heat current is just equal or the same as the definition of power, which is ang minutag power, di ba? Energy over time naman. So, in the same case gapon, so H is also Q over T, heat over ang time. So, ang Q na to dani, this refers to the amount of heat na atong i-melt ang ice. And remember, when we say i-melt atong ice, mahimong water. But since ang inside sa ato ang box or styrofoam box is dili 0 degrees man, naman sa 5 degrees. So meaning to say, ang ice na to aside sa nga nag-melt siya, mo increase pod ang yan temperature to 5 degrees. Pag humanyag melt, nga nimo na siyang water, mo increase pod to 5 degrees ang yan temperature. So muna ni ani, ang Q na to sa atong ice is that katong nag-melt siya sa water, and then mo increase ang yan temperature padulong sa 5 degrees, which is the temperature inside the styrofoam box. So since we have this equation use sa welcome melt katong MLF, so you have kana MLF, and then for the change in temperature katong MC delta T. So let's substitute the data that we have for this problem. So for the mass you have 5, and then you have LF nga 3.34 times 10 to the 5, and then again mass of the ice is 5 kilograms. All ice has melted man, so meaning to say ma-convert to water gyapon. And then you have C, W nga 4190, and you have the change in temperature nga 5 minus 0, and then divide that by 8 hours. And remember, ang ato ang thermal conductivity must be expressed in SI unit. So if that should be in SI unit, then all other quantities in the equation should also be in SI unit, and hours per hour is not an SI unit. So we have to convert it one to seconds. That is by multiplying by 60 and 60. So this is the conversion factor that we have to apply for hours to be converted in seconds. And then ang ato kay ang watts nato nga unit kay joule per second man na siya. So dapat mo na naka-second ang ato ang denominator. We have 61.6 watts. So this is the heat current karon. Mo na ang heat current karon sa imong or in other words, sa lain pang pagkasulti, mao ni ang power sa imong kuan sa imong styrofoam box. Unsa siya ka hinay ug ganang kuan pagpa-melt sa or pagpa-change of temperature sa imong object nga naa sa sulod sa imong tabak ni bali. So you have 61.6 watts, and then from the thermal conductivity or the heat current nga equation, nga H is equal to K times A times the difference in the temperature sa hot o cooler nga region divided by the nth L. So our thermal conductivity is now given by the equation nga HL. So cross multiply lang nato usa ka ang L, munaog ang A ug ang change sa temperature. So again, di change sa temperature man, di wala na ka-squared, wala na ka raised to x4. So we can still use the same the degree Celsius nga mga temperature. So HL is 61.6 watts times 0.02 and area is 0.8 times 25 minus 5 for the change in the temperature. So the thermal conductivity of the styrofoam is then equal to 0.077 watts per meter Kelvin. So this is, by the way, the unit of the as a unit of the thermal conductivity, watts per meter Kelvin. Or remember, Kelvin is equal to Celsius degree. Celsius degree is change in temperature. So this could also be written as 0.077 watts per meter Celsius degree, dili degree Celsius. Okay, lastly, for our problem on sa radiation. So, the person steps out of the shower and dries off. The person's skin with an emissivity of 0.70 has a total area of 1.20 meters squared and a temperature of 33 degrees Celsius. So what is the net rate at which energy is lost to the room through radiation by the naked person if the room temperature is 24 degrees Celsius? So since gikan ka siya nag-shower, nag-hot shower ka, so meaning to say when you go out the shower room, naka-release na heat. But since the surrounding po di mo kainit man, meaning to say naangya po kayo ma-receive na heat gikan po sa kuan sa surrounding niya na. So there's just a net, not necessarily the average, but the difference between sa heat na imong ma-release ug sa heat na imong ma-absorb from the surroundings. So using the equation sa katong heat current nato kay rate at which energy is lost man. So rate at which energy. So meaning to say heat current na jud atong gipangitan yan eh. So heat current is equal to area times emissivity times sigma times the change in T to the 4 minus Ts4, the Ts to the 4. So let's substitute our data for the following. For the area, you have 1.20. For the emissivity, you have 0.70. For the kuan, by the way, the value of sigma is constant. So you also have to memorize this one if in case natay problem nga kuan na yung mga exams na mag-deal ta og radiation. We have 5.67 times 10 to the negative 8 watts per meter squared Kelvin to the 4. And then you have the equation here na T to the 4 minus T as T to the 4S. So, as I've said kanina, kaninga term na ni, this should be in Kelvin. So, kung sa nato daan ang temperature nato sa Kelvin na to nga scale. So, the initial temperature, the temperature of the person is 33 degrees Celsius and that is 306.15 Kelvin. And then the temperature, the ambient temperature of the surrounding is 24 degrees Celsius or that is 297.15 Kelvin. So notice dili siya necessarily difference sa duha but difference sa imuhang to the 4 raised to the 4 sa imong duha ka temperature. So for this case now, the heat current would now be equal to 47.07 watts. So yeah. Okay, so that would be all. So tomorrow I'll be giving you your seat work for this chapter.